All right. Good morning, people. Good day, and welcome to the stream. Yeah. Continuing on from where we were last session. Yeah, I was pretty happy with last yesterday's stream. Managed to actually get a whole scene done or a shot done in an hour. That was really good. Probably going to continue on with that. I reckon. Um, so we did this last sesh, this running cycle. That's the rain, just so you know. The rain is that we had these lights. We added some cool stuff like that. I'm going to remove that um, cylinder there. There we go. But yeah, very happy with yesterday's work. Very, very pleased. The only thing I need to do here is get rid of, or at least hide, some grease pencil objects here. So yeah, you can see my plugins are starting to overwhelm my side panel as well, which sucks. They need to make a better version of the end panel, I reckon, because once you start adding a lot of plugins, it gets really difficult to see. Let's see what else I have to get rid of. I also noticed a glitching puddle. So again, another one to hide away. And there's a footstep. I'm gonna get rid of that one. So yeah, just cleaning things up a little bit. So when I render it out, I don't have to render it again by accident. I can't remember where the other footstep is, but it's up here somewhere. There we are. So you got some early footsteps there. Where they are, I don't know on the other one. So yeah, there we are. There's the footstep. I could actually line it up with her feet, but I don't think it's necessary for this animation to actually animate the footsteps under her feet. I don't think anyone's going to notice, and it's a waste of time, at least for now. And thank you for those who are joining me this morning. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to jump in. And if you want to get some more stuff, feel free to sign up for my Patreon as well. So if you feel like getting some ad-free videos and also any files, any content that is related to my official tutorials, they are available on my Patreon. So feel free to join up. There's only one tier. That's a $7 Australian, by the way, a $5 American. Yeah, if you want to support the channel and see more of this sort of stuff, see me build more films, feel free to support the channel. Otherwise, just watch away and enjoy the stream. So in this session today, I'm going to probably just make another version of this. So what I plan on doing is sort of compositing, and thank you for joining. Good morning, Kelly Pedersen, and good morning, Undefined. Sorry, I didn't see the multi-stream. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I plan on having a shot like this and then overlay it with another shot like almost like a comic book panel when it's animated, like a comic book panel of her running in different directions. So maybe I'll add... Jeez, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to be more consistent with my content lately. So yeah, try to sorry. So it's 8 a.m. So I'm still waking up. I'm gonna have an image maybe of another one here. Maybe I'll do another one there, and then maybe another one there as two separate little panels, and that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that'll work all right. Yeah, so I've already laid out. If you look at the layout of what I made yesterday, I made another shot setup as well. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to save this as 16. I might give this a 16A, shot 16A. I'm going to save this as. Oh no, this one's 16. Yeah, this one's 16A. And then I save this other one as 16B. Just because I can't even bother being organized, like renaming everything. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. So what I'm going to do is go to these cubes, turn those ones off, turn this ones on. And yeah, I think that will be pretty cool. So this shot will be almost clipped. So when she turns around the corner, I'm going to clip it. But first, we need to change the animation of this. You may notice that I've added a modifier onto this as well. And I'm not going to change the composition. It's very similar to the one that I had already, but if you look at the image now, I'm going to add some lights down this way as well, and lights down this one. So when she turns, oops, I fucked that up. Something changed. Did I do something? I feel like I did something by accident. The lights changed on the setup. Anyway, whatever. What I'm going to do is add some lights down this hall or this road, down this road, and yeah, just make it look kind of cool. So I'm going to grab these lights to start off with, and the lights underneath that as well. So I'm pretty sure I've added the point lights. Yep. Making sure I've selected everything. Again, interestingly, Blender is one of those apps where if you don't select the children, they won't get duplicated. So you need to select the children as well of any object if you want to duplicate it. So I'm going to duplicate those, and obviously the lights are looking a little bit too strong there. So I'm going to move these, or rotate that over here. And because it's an array, it should look pretty cool. There we go. Like so. And I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side of the road. Let's rotate that 180. There we go. That'll do for me. So yeah, just lighting that up, getting that looking pretty cool. And just making some patterns that look interesting as well. So because what I want her to do now is to run around the corner there, and I'll probably I'll animate the whole shot, like the 110 frames again, but this time she is it'll be cut to be a little bit later in the animation, so that'll be interesting to do as well. Cool. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I will make some more puddle instances as well. So where I've got these duplicate puddles, these puddle groups, I'm going to duplicate that as well. So I'll duplicate those as an instance. So instance to scene. Move it down here. And do the same thing with the puddles over here. Just try to make it look interesting and dynamic. And this is all animated, mind you. They're already pre-animated, so I don't have to reanimate those puddles. I'm I'm just going to give them a bit of rotation so that they don't look too similar. I wish you could modify, add modifiers to collections though. It'd be so useful. On the main road, is there a street light blocking the left road? Are you going to move it? No, there's no street light. That's a shadow. The street light's on this side, as you can see. If I move the camera down, you can see that we have the lights on the side there. That looks such a nice shot though. It might even be worth doing a shot like that where she turns around. I don't know, we'll see. Even this looks pretty sick. Might actually change the camera to show that. It actually looks really cool, very noir. So the previous shot, I might actually do that with that. That'll look pretty cool. Yeah, so there's always room to change things anyway. So first thing I'm going to do though is go back into, let's just see what I got here. I got the puddles working there. Duplicate that, and rotate them around a little bit just to give it a little bit of variation. There we go. And let's just do the same thing with the other side of the puddles. Yo, good morning. Yeah, I like abstract, so there's that as well. So I like the idea of doing some abstract stuff. So I might actually do that with this shot. Actually, that actually would be pretty cool. And then the other shot can be a little bit more traditional, I guess you can say. All right, let's. Good evening, and it's 8:15 a.m. in Australia. I wouldn't normally do this in the mornings, but you got to do what you got to do. All right, cool. Yeah, just gonna move that over here, and I think we're good for that shot. Now, what I want to do for her character in this shot is, if you wonder what those are, that's her hair physics. I'll have to hook that up in a second as well. Greetings from Australia. Cheers. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn off the modifier for the stepped interpolation for now. And I'm going to select her body, because right now there should be some keyframes on that. Where's the keyframes? They should be there. Unless I keyframed the whole body by accident. I don't think I did. All right, I've got to go into tab. So make sure, if I have it in the LA track, I need to tab it in to edit the thing, of course. My bad. So right now, what I need to do is change her trajectory a little bit. So I could put her on a, what do you say? Oh, really? I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe it's just the algorithm kicking in because I've been doing it like for the last 2-3 days in a row. Who knows? So what I'm going to do is rotate her trajectory now. So I'm going to start to spin her around the corner. I'll worry about her rotation in a second because I need to worry about her turning a corner first. Let's grab her body and move it down here. Oh, thanks. This one I forgot. I didn't have time to make one, so I'll make one after the stream, and then I'll replace the one that I'm currently using. Yeah, I'll try to make some nice little. I've been changing up the way I do my designs for my my thumbnails. But yeah, now she's going to be running up. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Is Miximo helpful for animations like this, starting from mocap and tweak from there? Using thoughts on using blending Miximo animations. Yeah, good question. I use it all the time. So yes, it is helpful, absolutely helpful. And with the and I've been using a lot lately for work. I've been using the not the Miximo animations themselves, but I've been using the Miximo animation plugin for Blender a lot. Their new plugin for from Adobe. It is so useful. It is amazingly useful, and it's great for doing look dev. So look dev is great. Is basically when you are testing the waters, so to speak. Super useful for that too. I feel like they. Let's see. Let's have a look at the graph editor here. Yeah, it's not linear, so I need to make that linear. Let's go with location only. And I want to make that linear. So V, vector, not vector. Let's go to Control E. Oh, too many little things. I need to go to linear. There we go. That's better. That should animate better now. That's much better. How long will this animation be? Right now, it's clocking in at close to 1 minute and 10 seconds. I think it's going to be around maybe 1.5 minutes, actually. With all the animation I've done now in the last few weeks, it's clocked in at just over 1 minute. So I reckon it's going to be around 1 minute 20 seconds. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oh, no worries. Feel free to. I appreciate anyone who comes and watches this stuff. So yeah, what I need to do here is I'm going to turn on motion paths so I can see what the hell I'm doing with the motion here, because I can't go ahead and I mean, I could have drawn a spline and have it travel down that spline. I can't be bothered right now, so I'm going to try and do it myself. So I'm going to turn on motion paths. Let's check it out. Let's go to motion paths and turn on that, calculate that, and just see how it's rotating around the spacing looks a bit wide. So I need to change the timing of that. So I'm going to shorten that out a little bit. Recalculate that. Oh, that's too fast. My bad. Actually, the spacing's all right. Maybe a bit longer, actually. No. There we go. That's looking a bit more closer to what I got. I'm checking the spacing of the timing here to see what we got. I don't know if I mentioned it, but thank you for the super chat, Alex, as well. So what I'm going to do here is line up that rotation there, and this part here in particular will be smoothed out. So let's see. Let's interpolate that, Bezier, and hopefully it will look like it's rounded out. It does, which is cool. This one here at the end should be set to vector, I reckon. And we can do a Bezier interpolation, and then I just need to change the way that this is rotating. Or at least changing trajectory. I so got some other people in here. It looks like people that are well known. I have no idea who I'm looking at here. So if you want to introduce yourself, feel free to uh, you know chat away. What I'm going to do here is just straighten out this and see how this is going to update. So it's looking all right. What I can do here is widen out that shot a little bit here. And there we go. We've got a nice little turn now. That's looking pretty sick. Oh, appreciate it. Looks like I've got an international audience today. Looking really cool. So with the timing here, we can extend that a little bit off so it goes off screen a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not going to use the entire length of this shot for this animation. What I will be doing is cutting it. So I'm going to add a little bit of leeway between, frame 0 to 110 or 120. So this will be a longer shot than the other one. And for those who are wondering what this looks like when I did a preview yesterday of yesterday's shot. It looks pretty sick. And for those in chat, I can give you a little, oh, cheers, thank you. For those in chat, would you like to see a little preview of what I've made so far? I can't show you the whole thing, but I can show you a little bit. What do you guys think? You want to see some stuff? All right, I'm going to show you yesterday's work, just to remind those that were there yesterday. And for those who weren't here yesterday. So the reason why I'm animating these shots is because, oh, no worries. My pleasure. And I thank you for the support with the super chat and just by watching as well. It's really appreciated. So constant interpolation. I did. I had it there. I had it set to linear at first. Then I had to ease it out a little bit for the turn. So yeah, I'll just have a look and see what I can show you today. So what I've been working on has been a shot that I've been animating for the last week and a bit, and I found that when I put it into Premiere to edit the video to see how it looks, the shot looked a bit disjointed. So blocking out the shots, I'll show you what I've been working on. So it's been these three shots together that I've been concerned about. So from here, and from there. So this is the shot I did last week. Ah, thank you very much. So here, between here and here, we have an issue. She's going from left to right between the shots, so she's breaking the 180 rule. So what I'm doing is adding some fill-in shots to hook up the shots, because I don't want to reanimate those shots. These are too nice for me. I like these ones too much. So what I'm doing here is basically creating some fill-in shots between those two, and it helps to pad out the animation a little bit as well. So I'm happy with that too. Ah, thanks. It's actually a displaced cone with a toon shader and a Fresnel. So what I'm going to do here, you see her hair physics is lagging behind there, is I'm going to now add the rotations in her into her movement. So again, I could technically go ahead and just do this with a spline and have it track the spline, but I thought I'd give this a go and see how this looks. Thank you very much. There we go. And of course, she's going to slowly rotate back into the side there. So let's go ahead and fix that up too. There's a rotation. So rotation was 88. Let's make it 90, minus 90. This one has to be nice 90 as well. Really, I don't really understand. I just started streaming. That's all. That's all I've done. I didn't do anything special. That's for sure. If it's being recommended everywhere, it's a shame because I'm only going to be on there for another half an hour. So you can see here that you can see it actually slides a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is make sure that she rotates nicely here. I'm using Eevee for this animation. I'm using Eevee. So I don't want to use cycles for this because it's just too heavy. And why not make a camera move to prop wipe? Like a cam goes behind the street light, the way you can break the A180. Because I feel like it would be a bit too clear, a bit too it still wouldn't work, I don't think. It's because she's moving quite rapidly. It's not like it's a different shot entirely. It's her moving from one place to another. And I think there has to be some consistency in the direction of where she's going. I don't know why her pants are Z-planing there, but there's that. And the lights are really strong for some reason on her body, so I'll have to fix up the shader on her. But it's looking pretty cool. I have thought about doing that, but because it's so far up, I kind of want it to look stylized, and I don't really want to. She's not going to be turning as sharply into this one anyway, so it's more of like a. You got to remember that it's going to be about this far back, so I kind of wanted her to sort of rotate into it. So I'm kind of happy for her to just do that here. And what I'm going to do in the meantime, I will, if I go back to the NLA editor, there's a moment where I can actually just, in this run cycle in particular, is just tilt her body a little bit. So let's just see how she's tracking around that corner. Oh yeah, she's staying put pretty good. I don't want to reuse that animation, by the way, because it's a feature animate part of the shot. It's a featured shot, so like a hero shot for me. So I also don't want to reuse animation where it's being sort of like a feature shot. So what I'm going to do here is just tilt her into the turn, sort of like a motorbike. It might actually be worth just tilting her entire body. Let's see how this looks. Katie asks, I was wondering what's the difference between Vertex and texture paint. I've been making 5-minute animation YouTube, a stylized character. Vertex paint actually assigns a color to the vertices of the actual mesh, whereas a texture paint requires UVs and an image file. The disadvantage of Vertex paint is that if you're working with low poly, you only have a limited amount of vertices to paint color on, so you can't really put detail into it unless you have an absolutely massive resolution. I have no idea if the $2,000, if the Rococo motion suit is worth it. Honestly, I've heard good things. I think it just depends on what you're using it for. But for most purposes, I would say no, unless it's really, really necessary to pump out animation very quickly at home, or if you're working commercially. But apart from that, I don't think it's particular. That was fucking cool. I like that. I'm happy to just tilt her body like that. Apart from that, I'm not sure if it's really that much worth it, unless you're doing like a vlogging or I keep forgetting what the term is. But yeah, that sort of thing really often. That looks cool. Happy with that. And because The reason I'm doing that is so when I just to give an impression of weight shifting. So that looks pretty sick from top down. Record body, Xbox Connect motion capture for $400. No, I never heard of it. I wish my Connect is broken, unfortunately. It broke. So I've never had a chance to really try that out. So I'm gonna firstly, what I will do though with this, I'm going to do a play blast and test to see how it's tracking. So I'm going to change the shot to shot A, and this one to shot A. Yeah, it's really interesting to understand what it could and can't do. It's powerful for sure, but again, you need to have a decent understanding of rigging and probably some decent understanding of animation to really get the most out of the actual suit. I'd say there's that too. Like there's no quick fix for any of this shit. I'll admit, you know. Um, yeah, so a fundamental understanding should be done first when it comes to animation and rigging, I reckon, before jumping into the deep end with motion capture, in my opinion. All right, let's do a play blast. See how this is looking. Viewport render image, viewport and render animation. Let's have a go. So yeah, Play Blast is really useful for that sort of thing. So you'll understand what I mean when I cut these together, why I'm doing these sort of shots. I think it's nice to have a little bit of abstract in things nowadays. Did her arm just do? Her arm's going around. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, 20 frames off frames. Hey, how's it going, Dr. Zigzag? Welcome again. Really? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Welcome, Dr. BRTM. I'm not sure. Only my one live stream. I have no idea why, honestly. I have no idea what the algorithm is doing, but if it likes it, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. All things considering, um, yeah, man, it's a viewport render doesn't roll off the tongue as well, does it? Um, and everyone's been taught how to use stuff in Maya first. Yeah. Um, well, honestly, if you're working with Blender Market's really good for that. CG Trader is good. Obviously, Turbo Squid does the job if you find the right artists for that. But also, Sketchfab is great for that. Sketchfab, if you want to buy assets. And ArtStation. ArtStation also sells content like that. Yeah. I mean, to be able to do a minute of animation in a week is actually really impressive. So you should be proud of that. Let's have a look at the animation. Oh, that looks horrible. See what I mean by using a play blast to check things? Holy crap, that looks, yeah. Do not like that. You can, I don't know if you can see the little, it speeds up. It's not very nice. Oh, cheers. No worries. Thanks, dude. Um, yeah, that looks really weird. So I need to fix that up a little bit. Ugh, hate it. Hate it already. So maybe using a spline would have been better off, but now I'm going to go and commit to this. So let's have a look and see what we can do to fix that. It's probably the spacing of the turn. It's a bit faster in parts. Let's have a look at the graph editor. Something's going on, and it's making it not look very nice. Let's have a look at the rotation. So that's looking pretty clean, except for, I don't know, it looks pretty good there. So it's probably just the pacing of the I guess I've never tried ProRender actually. I think if you think it's cool, then use it. If it's lacking features that you need, then change it. Yeah, ProRender. If you got, and then obviously if you have an AMD card and it works really well for you, then that's another advantage there. So yeah, that's my opinion there for sure. In terms of Z, let's have a look at Z. Z location. Let's have a look at. Let's go to local. Look at Y. All right, Y is where it's at when it comes to the issues, and you can see it there. So unfortunately, oh yeah, I know what to do here. Is I need to make that look more consistent. It's not about slowing down for Y. It's about rotating for. It's about. Yeah, I think I know what to do here. Let's see what happens when I delete these. You can see the change there in the rotation, by the way, like the actual sharpness of the movement. Doesn't look very great. I thought about, I'd say not for this one, only because all the action has happened already in the previous shots. So I want to avoid adding it. This is sort of like a settling moment before things ramp up again. So I don't want to overdo it. You don't want to have action in every single shot. You want to kind of keep it consistent. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, yeah. Let's update those motion paths and see what happens when I've done that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty sweet. As for the weird jankiness, clean that up. I think that will just cleaning that up will help. And also you can see the timing of the locations are also a bit off there. So I think that will help make it cleaner. Let's have a look at the rotations and see what we got here. Yeah, again, they look all right. Let's do another play blast and see and hope for the best. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, if you check out the previous shots, I've done. I'm not sure when I started streaming these shots. I think it was about a month ago. I started doing. Yeah, animated. I was animating the wolf and stuff. I was pretty sure in some of the live streams. I can't remember now, but yeah, was doing a lot of. I did the explosion. Actually, yeah, the explosion was all done on live stream as well. So if you look at some of the earlier stuff, you may be able to see some cool stuff. Let's see. There we go. Let's have a watch. Still got a weird jank. It might be in the rotation of her body. Really annoying. Just that linear. You can see. I don't know if you can see it. That linear, and that motion as well. It's just it's not right. I think I might actually yeah, I'm gonna just do a fucking spline. So yeah, do not like that animation at all. So hey, how you doing? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna actually reset this update these paths, get rid of that, and I'm actually going to create a spline this time. Yeah, hopefully in a few weeks I'll be able to do it. I reckon after Halloween. So Let's make a spline. Empty. I know I should have done this earlier, honestly, but make a spline, and you can see here where it's at. And what I'm going to do is go into edit mode and just animate this spline. Not animate it, but extend the spline out, which is over here. And rotate that. Bring it over here. And let's subdivide that first. Put some rotation in that spline there. And then hopefully all I need to do is set the animation to linear. And that should do the trick. And as long as it follows the path, it should be okay. Yeah, I can actually lean with the curve as well. That's a good point. Yeah, so I probably should have done this earlier. Sometimes I get caught up in like doing things the right way, so to speak, inverted commas, doing things the right way. When in actual fact, this is the right way, not the wrong way. It's not cheating. Sometimes I think, oh, maybe I can get away with animating it, the old school way or the proper way. When you see it in the actual motion, like without the stream lagging behind a little bit, it looks a bit, yeah, I'm not a fan. So let's see about that. Let's see how this looks then instead. Happy with that. All right. So what I need to do now is grab her global control. I'm going to add and hopefully it's not, oh, fuck. All right. I'm going to re-offset her as well. Make sure that she's centered to the world. Let's turn off that. Okay, she is centered to the world. Good. So then this has to be centered to the world too. So making sure that everything is zeroed out as well is really important. What do you think about the Lightning Boy Toon Shader? I think it's pretty sick. Really advanced. It's really really powerful. It's more powerful than mine for sure. I would recommend trying it out for sure. Let's get this onto a spline. Follow path. Now where is she? Oh, good. She's following nicely. Let's go with fixed position. Animate path. Yeah, sweet. All right, cool. Keyframe that. And keyframe that last one over here. 130. 1. And she should be at the end there. She's offset. That sucks. I hate when this happens. I always forget which one it is as well, which sucks. So she's offset at the moment by a factor of... that's why, because she has it. Yeah. There we go. That fixes it up. There we go. Sweet. The Toon Shader, the Lightning Boy, just go to the Lightning Boy. I have no idea why my stream is being recommended. No idea. Do you watch 3D stuff, or do you enjoy 3D animation? In that case, maybe YouTube is just being nice to me today. I have no idea. All right, so here I'm going to go ahead and offset factor, make that linear. Yeah, yeah, well, the more the merrier, honestly. There we go, minus y. Let's see how this is tracking. So it's looking pretty good. A little bit of slide. I'm not sure which way to take this. I might take it this way instead, actually. So now she's she's traveling a bit too fast now. So let's slow that right down to 160 and see how that looks. It doesn't have to be perfect because the top view is obscuring the feet anyway. Let's give it the 180 and see what happens there. Oh, well, cheers. I appreciate it. So that's looking better. So you can see that's going pretty good around that corner. And maybe just a little bit longer. 180 should do the job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. I could technically go ahead with curve radius as well. I'm not, no, I don't want to scale. I want to rotate along with the curve. So let's see about doing that. So I'm just going to keyframe this rotation. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I'm not even on YouTube at the moment. In terms of, I'm not checking my stream on YouTube. I'm just streaming through Streamlabs. So let's rotate that a little bit here at this point. Rotate that. Let's see how this looks. That looks pretty sick. Oh, it's possible. Man, that M1 looks sick. I wish I could afford it. I think that's going to look a lot better now. Yeah, she's already looking better. A little bit of a slide there, but you know, still a lot better than what it was. Let's have a look and see what we get out of this. And again, I'll have to fix up her shader as well. She's looking a bit yellow in the stream, in the render, the preview render. Yeah, a bit of a slide there still, but I think I'll be all right. I'll be happy with that. Still looks a lot better than what it did before. That's for sure. Let's have a look. Still has a bit of a slide there, but unless I'm just imagining it. But still looks a lot better, I reckon. And once I think once I interpolate that with the modifier, I think it'll look a lot better as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So in the action editor, we can turn back on the spline, the stepped interpolation, and it should interpolate that as well. Yeah, so it looks like it is. Sick. All right, let's check that out. One more preview. And see how we're going. And I'll show you how I've done the hair as well before we wrap up. So the hair ponytail itself is actually The ponytail is actually driven by physics. So it's a single little physics shader, not shader, spline, a single line of edges. Sorry. So yeah, the slide is a bit annoying, but I'll deal. I'll deal with the slide if it looks all right in on twos. And again, it's not meant to be a fancy shot, so actually it looks pretty good on twos. I'm happy with that on twos. Kind of looks like she's actually slipping on the road a little bit. So that's really sick. And the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually get her hair to work now. So her hair is this thing. So let's go into her rig. Where is her hair? It would be in a separate, yep, there it is there. I'm just going to go ahead and resim her her cloth. So bake that to 150. That should work. Yeah, I can lean it further. I do have a hip controller, that's for sure, but that won't really change the slide so much. Oh, why aren't you moving along properly? That's interesting. Should be. Why aren't you working? That doesn't matter. Who cares for now? What would a Frank's feel? There's actually some dude on to answer that question of sorts. There's a dude on ArtStation who's done some really cool shaders for Unity for Batman and I think it was Hellboy. Yeah, if you want an idea of what that would look like, I'm thinking like this. If I can find it, yeah. I have no idea if this is the same person. I could be wrong, but nah, it's the wrong one. There's definitely a toon shader out there. Someone trying, yeah, I think it's this one here. Hold on, let me just show you what I mean. Check out this person, Colby Jukes. Yeah, he's made some sick toon shaders for, I think it was Unity. Well, this one says Marmoset, but yeah. He's got some. This is a pretty sick example of that, I think, of what that could look like. In your opinion, what should I work on? Yeah, you need to block it out first, and then start to yeah, the secondary animation always comes last, obviously. So really understanding how to block out your initial, I guess you can say, motion is really important. So your key motion is more important than doing the secondary action. If your key motion is robotic, then your secondary action will be robotic. That's usually how it goes with these sort of things. That's what I would say about that. And the reason why it looks like she's sliding is probably because her rotation in her legs is too much here. So what I can go do in here is probably just rotate her less. Almost counter animate the action, possibly. Oops, fuck. And then she can go back to being 0. Yes. No. To answer your question, I do not keep the root bone underneath the character at all times. This is a rare occasion. It's actually more rare that I do that than I don't. So definitely yeah, it depends. Yes, I am planning on doing an animation series. Um, I have to build the rigs first though. So probably after I finish the look dev tutorial, I'll probably do the when I say look dev, I'm talking about the fruit. I'm hoping to do an animation tutorial series, at least a basic introduction to it for sure. All right, cool. Let's see how this looks with the rain. So I can wrap this up and see how we go. I'm going to turn on the animation preview. And again, the lights may actually hide away the fact that she's turning and sliding. So let's see how that goes. All right, cool. Let's see if I can get a play blast done in 3 minutes. But yeah, definitely planning on doing that animation series for sure. Plus, no, I don't watch Nerdtronic. I watched a couple of his videos and I kind of got tired of them pretty quickly. Same sort of rhetoric over and over again. It gets tiresome, to be honest. Not to say that it's bad or anything like that. It's just not my type of thing. Ooh, those keyframes are taking their sweet time. I may have to show you how this looks in the next stream. So Friday's stream. I don't know if I'll be able to do one tomorrow, but definitely Friday I'll be doing one. Oof, slow. I got 2 minutes before this I got 2 minutes before the wrapping up of this of this video. So we'll see how we go. Do you mind why I ask? Why you asking about Nerdtronic? Is there something in particular that you're keen on? Didn't ditch anyone. Yeah, just he does show up a lot in my recommendations for some reason though. Probably because I watch a lot about movies and all that sort of stuff. And he's into sci-fi as well, so there's that. Oh, it's so slow. It's so slow. This is the thing about doing animation is that when you really want to do a preview, it just it will lag. Even with Eevee. Now, Eevee, this is real time shaders, but I got a lot going on. I should probably turn off the volumetrics honestly, but I'm not even sure why I put them in there in the first place, but they're in there. Ah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm actually planning on resetting my my YouTube my own personal algorithm because it's starting to look a bit weird. I want to change it back to default and then get the algorithm to recommend new stuff for me. All right. I'm gonna have to actually wrap it up. It's 9 a.m. I gotta get started on some projects, so I will leave it at that. I'll show you what this looks like in the next stream. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. And I have no idea why. Why YouTube was recommending this, but I appreciate those who came and joined in anyway. And for those who gave some super chats, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And also, again, finally, if you wish to join up, feel free to join my Patreon, patreon.com/Dicko, to get some pretty cool videos and content. So feel free to check that out too if you have the time. Anyway,